All right, I gotta get my computer logged on. Oh, geez, I'm trying not to crash into stuff. I was not able to grab as much as I wanted to because Donnie just called me to find out what's for dinner and if he needs to make it himself. Now, I've been doing these Facebook Lives for several months now, and even when I'm not doing a live, I don't usually get home till about 6:30, 7 o'clock to start making him his dinner. He's never been denied a meal, trust me. So I told him, I'll cook for you as I usually do, but I've got to get my Facebook Live. What I'm doing tonight is I am in Redreamable. She has 2 booths. This is one of her, she calls this this is more rustic, primitive kind of stuff in here. So, and I also grabbed a lot of stuff from some other people. So, hey Christina, hey Debbie, do you have a little funnel? Yes, I do. Let me make sure it's in the same place. I will go grab your funnel while we wait for a few more people to show up. He was here, now he's removed. Uh-oh. Oh no! Barbara was in redoing her booth and moved things on me. Okay, where do the funnels go? There it is. Finally found the funnel. Oh, good Lord. All right. This one, Christina, and it is $8. Just let me know if that's the right one, and I will put your name on the little funnel. You got it. Yeah, a lot of vendors were in today working on their space, so things got moved around a little bit. And Miss Lloyd, there's a surprise for you. A gift was dropped off for you. So next time you're in, there's a little something waiting for you. All right. What is my thing doing? Hello, Mr. Graw. Okay. So I went around and I gathered from a bunch of the different vendors as much as I could before it was time to come on here. So if there's anything you see behind me that's in Redreamable space that you want more information, just, you know how it goes. For those who've been on before, you just let me know. If you've not been on before, and I don't want to restart my computer. Hey, Deborah. If you haven't been on this before, super easy. You just comment sold and what the item is. This is our weekly Facebook Live. We also have a monthly one on Sunday evenings. Our next one is March 20th, and that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That one during the week, we post vignettes on Instagram and Facebook, and you can pre-buy the items before the actual show. During the show, we have show specials and other surprises for you, some things that might not have been shown in the vignettes. Now, my weekly one, I just go and I grab a couple of things that I think some of you might like, and all you do is say, like Christina, she asked for a funnel that was up last week, and I remembered which one it was, and she just said, sold funnel, so that's it. If you're local to Andover, we're in Andover, New Jersey. We're on Main Street, which is also Route 206. We are between the now reopened, which has not been open for, I looked back, the last time they had the restaurant open to the public was February of 2017. So 5-year hiatus for the public portion of the restaurant to be open. They are open again Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights from 4 to 10. And we're next door to them, and on the other side of us is the gas station. I just got distracted because I started thinking about the food there, so my mind kind of went to food. Hello, Heather. Hello, Carrie. So, okay, so let's dive in. Oh, goodness, I kind of packed myself in here again. My chair, the floor is not exactly the most stable. So Miss Pickin' Wildflowers, our vendor, Kim, was in today, and she brought in this floral oval picnic basket. It's 8.5 by 11 by 4.5. And she likes to do these prices that I have to actually use a calculator for. So this will be on sale for $15.20. It's got like the faux little basket weave on it. And then our top has some roses. There are some scratches and some mild rust. This is shippable. So, and again, if you're watching this after 6 o'clock, at that point is the replay. We'll also be putting this up on YouTube so you can actually watch it on there if you're not able to watch it on here, and purchase that way as well. You would just send me a message and say, I want that. You know, just tell me what the item is. And I'm telling you the vendor too, because that helps me find the item. So I grabbed, I'm going to hold up. She has a bunch of these in different colors. So when you come in, there'll be a lot more of these to buy. Our Country Roads, who had made all those really pretty fabric masks, has a lot of fabric left over. So she has started making bunnies. And her bunnies, they're a couple different sizes. I only grabbed 2 bunnies, but there's a lot more, and I'm sure there'll be more coming in. They're just $4 each. I have this cute little pink one with the white bows, and I grabbed this gray floral. And these are the little taller ones. You can see they have little bows on them. They're stuffed little bunnies, and those are just $4 each. They're very primitive, rustic, cute. Fill up a bowl with them. She also made carrots, and they have like a little bit of like that little rattan kind of paper thing here. And these are $4.80. And there's different colors in that. And then these, I don't think she made. I think she got these. There's a couple of these that are $4.80. It's the little like bunny sticking his head as the carrot out of there, and it's got the little green necklace around, the little fringy thing around him. So this guy is just $4.80. And these are out of Country Roads. Last week you'll see I featured some other bunnies that she has as well. I put those up on Instagram and Facebook, and they each have a coordinating letter to them. And like I said, there are many more of these available and at a great price. I also visited over with our Good to Go, who now has a booth. He has this little moving bottle cork stopper string toy for $12.80. He's in really great shape. He's got the little thing on the back here, and that will go in your cork. He doesn't quite get his hat all the way up to there. And he's sitting on a little barrel, and he is just $12.80. And you can see he's in really good shape. He's not marked. Usually these were by a company called Henri out of Italy. So if you look this up, and if you put in like an Henri hand-carved wood stopper, you'll see that's a very good price, especially for a moving, the ones that have movement with them. That's a very good deal on that. Just $12.80 for the little wood cork stopper. I also grabbed these silhouettes. It is for the pair. Now the silhouettes are painted on the glass. It's a reverse glass, so it's on the inside. And then it has a little print behind it in these really cute frames. And for the pair, they're smaller. It is $14.40. I'm going to hold those up for you. You can see the printed background and then the little silhouettes that are painted on the glass, the reverse glass image, they call those. And these are the smaller ones. So let me get the size on those. And that's for the pair. That price is for both of these. So that's $14.40. Now remember, if you don't hear something sold and you're watching, you've got it, Miss Kerner. Yeah, they really are just darling. I know you're listening, but you're going to love the little pictures on these. Very cute. I'll put your name on those. I collect those too, but I honed it down to a certain type. Otherwise, I collect almost everything. So I kind of try to pigeonhole myself in to control it. So does Don. We're both big collectors. As we always say, you don't trust a skinny chef. Going to a shop like this, if if we're not collecting, might not always be the best, But we love stuff. We love all these treasures and things that you guys find, and our vendors are always out hunting. We're always shopping and buying too when the stuff comes in. And I also grabbed this from him. It is $28. Solid brass seashell basket dish. And he's not kidding when he says it's solid brass. I mean, here it's open because it is a basket. But this sucker's got some weight to it. And it's very cool, very nice piece. Brass never goes out, it seems. It's always one of those things that we always seem to sell quite well. And that is very sturdy and is a seashell pattern. That if you turn, at a quick glance, you can probably do something really cute for spring out of this, because it kind of looks a little bit like a bonnet as well. So that's very sweet. And I grabbed this out of Pickin' Wildflowers. It looks like it's a vintage two-sided. It's an old chalkboard. This is the slate. And this is 10 by 14, just $12. She wrote on their chalkboard, so we know it's a chalkboard. And you can see it was attached to something else, probably maybe a little desk. This might have been the hinge to the top of the desk. But it's in really good shape, and it's just $12. Nice, chalkboard, not the painted wood. This is a lot easier to clean. This comes off a lot nice and easy. You don't have to keep repainting it like you do with the ones that we handcraft ourselves, which is also super easy to do. If you ever want to turn any surface into a chalkboard, I can tell you how to do that, because we used to do a lot of that when we sold the paint. You got it, Mr. Graw. Yeah, it's a nice one. And it's two-sided, so not quite sure if you'd be able to display it with the two sides, but if you find a thing that might work with that, actually. And the price is right, as they say. So that is yours. Now I grabbed, like I said, I ran around the shop and just grabbed things from everybody. Oh, wait, I got Christina first for the chalkboard. Christina, would you be willing to let Mr. Gora have that chalkboard? So because I know she's using it for an event that she's having. So let us know, Christina, if you'd be okay with Barbara getting that chalkboard, because I have you first, Christina. So let us know. It's for her. Thank you. It's for her 70th birthday. She might sell it back to you after she's done with it. Thank you. And when you see the gift, you're going to be very surprised at what it is. I was very surprised. The person that did this was very kind to them. You're going to be very happy. So it'll make up for more than the chalkboard. I grabbed this out of our Hip Chick for 3 firm. It's an Elizabeth Arden red door, vintage little plastic. It's empty now. The powder puff, and I can still smell that scent. It does have some minor scratches on it and that, but it's very cute if you have like a vintage vanity going on in your bedroom. A little extra storage for your jewelry. How pretty is that, right? It's actually a good, like if you put this out like in your bathroom or whatever, you can hide your jewelry in there. Nobody will know it's in there. They'll think it's makeup. So that's just $3 for that. I grabbed a heavy swirly pink, green swirl and pink splotches. So it's got some kinds. It is clear. Wow, it's actually clear through, but you got this pink and green swirl paperweight for just $7. She's got it at 3.5 inches tall. You got it, Christina. And that is solid. That's just $7. I don't see any maker's marks on it. I don't think it's that old. There's some air bubbles inside of it, but usually the color would go through it more. This is kind of like in the first layer of the glass. And that's just $7. All right, let me get that little thing set for you. Again, if you're just dropping in and visiting us for the first time, we're Gray Barn located in Andover, New Jersey. This is our weekly pop-up live. You don't have to register. You just say sold. And if you're local, you come in and pick up the item during our business hours. The smaller things we do ship from zip code 07821. If you're watching the replay, just direct message me if there's something you want, because I do have a lot of people that watch this after work. Never a problem. I also grabbed from the Hip Chick. This mirror is one-sided. It's not super old, but it has a great vintage style to it. And you can tighten it or loosen it if you need it to swing a little bit more. It's super easy to do. It has this little gold bird on the top. And she is a 30% off vendor, so he just becomes $21. So this is like all metal here. And the bird, I don't know, he's maybe some kind of resin painted gold. Doesn't feel, he's a little, I don't know, I can't quite tell what he is, but good deal at $31 if you $21 for that little vintage vanity mirror there. We already did all these. Oh, I grabbed this. It does not have handles, but it's a really cool little wire basket for just $9.60. It is older. Would make we're coming up on that time. What a great planter this would make for just $9.60. These are things that come when we get into the season, get harder to find. I'll give you the measurements on that. I'm not seeing any broken wire pieces. It's a very cool basket. It's got some nice patina to it. 18.5 by 9.25, and it is about 6.5 inches tall. So again, this basket's from our vendor Nanny Goat, and it is just $9.60. Great little planter. Like I said, no handles. You can see there's a slight bend in here, but that gives it its vintage charm. These are great for layering things in. Just a lot of fun. These baskets are always good. You can always find different ways to decorate those. Let me get these things on the floor here so I'm not rolling over. I grabbed this from our Vintage Crush. It's an 11-inch cabbage bowl with carrot and pea pod serving spoons. This is a ceramic leaf cabbage bowl. These were hot last year. This is by Valerie, by Cumberland Design Group. So you've got your salad as your salad bowl, right? Cute. And then you have, that came with it, the fork and the spoon for mixing up and serving your salad. Hey, Larry. And the handles are porcelain. And that set, that's the set. All these pieces are just $12.80. So that's really cute, especially if you go all out on your Easter table. How cute would that be for your salad? Very sweet. And again, that was Vintage Crush. So if you're watching this afterwards and you want that, just let me know. We can ship that if our people that love to have things shipped is watching. We can do that. This is a vintage Shamrock Demitasse and Saucer, again from our Vintage Crush. It's not signed on the bottom, but those are like the Lefton or Enesco numbers, and this is a Demitasse size, and it is just $11.20. It's got the shamrocks on it. We've got St. Patrick's Day coming up in less than a month, so how cute is that? Very sweet. Let's see. I have from, where did I get this from? Also from Leah is this beautiful ruby glass with a clear base candy dish for $16. And that is not flash. Oops, there goes the tag. I don't know, what was that? I don't know what that was. Anyway, there goes a piece of paper. This is $16. I'll have to get that later. Let's see. It does have a, it's smoothed out, but you can see the pontil in there. So that's pretty. And that's just $16 for that. Trying to get the stuff that I have on the floor over here from Auntie's Attic. I have this, what they call these hobbyist pieces, which would be like your Christmas trees and any of those ceramic pieces that you go to the ceramic studio and they'd have these already made for you, and then you paint and they fire it in the kiln to get the on there. You got it, Carrie. And they would you would just go in and paint it, you know, or maybe they did make the molds. I don't know. But this one's dated 1972, signed by Jeannie. Anyway. So this is what they call a hobbyist piece. It's 7 by 8 by 8. It's a peacock iridescent dish for $19.20. Even though this is like 1972, it still has that MCM kind of look to it, especially with the finish. So if you do collect MCM or kitschy stuff, this is really sweet. If you have a larger vanity in your bathroom, a double sink kind of thing in between, how cute would this be as your soap dish? Very sweet and easy to clean because it is ceramic. So let me just get that name on there so I don't forget. There we are. All right. I have a few more things on this side, and then I pulled some things over here as well. Tried to grab from everybody, but I don't know if I did. This is a Jaylight Lotus plate. It is not signed. It is Jaylight. This would have had a little bowl. So if you have the bowl, there's sets of these. The plate by itself we have for $14.40 from Auntie's Attic. It's an 8¼ inch diameter. You can see the lotus leaves. So that is Jaylight glass, and that one is just $14.40. It's just missing the bowl that would have been part of that set. So you might have the bowl, or get the plate and then find the bowl later on, or just use the plate. Also in from Auntie's Attic, she has a couple of pieces of hull that just came in that are in immaculate condition. This is signed hull, but it also has the original gift tag, Coolidge Highway Shop, north of Brattleboro, Vermont. This is 8½ inches tall for $16. It's beautiful shades of pink, and then it goes down. The flower itself is a deeper pink, but then it starts to go into this really pale blue, and then the blue darkens at the bottom with a little bit of touch of yellow in there. And that's just $16 for this beautiful hull ewer here that we have from Auntie's Attic. And again, I'm repeating the vendor's codes if you're watching this on our YouTube replay, because I know there's a lot of people that watch it that way now since they don't have Facebook. Just let me know, and I will gladly get that for you. I grabbed a couple of things from our Vintage Crush. This interesting bunny, and he still has his original tag on him. He's straw over, I can't quite tell what, but he's straw, and then they have like very tight fishing wire holding his strawness together here. It is handcrafted in the Philippines. This country's bustling capital city has a storied historic district called Intramuros. This capital is also home to one of the largest malls in Asia. All right, so this is from a mall in the Philippines, and he's just $10. Look how tight his little ears are. It's kind of like these little French braids going on his ears. I also grabbed from her, it's a vintage basket. It's got a little stringy here. I mean, because it's old. It's kind of pulling some things apart here. And this is just $4, and it's got the pink going through it, so it's perfect for your Easter basket as well. Very cute, just $4 for that. The money, that's all from our Jazzy Junk. So, and I don't know, I know Christmas it was hard to find some things. I don't know how it's going to be for Easter this year. If you need to start grabbing the baskets and stuff when you see it. Our general store has been redone and is packed with all kinds of goodies to fill a basket with. Anywhere from candy to the Bella. We have tons of Badger Bomb products. We have the Bella and Bear. We have a lot of good stuff to fill up a basket with in there. I also grabbed these from Nanny Goat. They are 3 French paddles for $9.60. I guess they're like pastry paddles. I'm not sure how old they are. They are marked France on it. But I grabbed them because they came inside of this very unique, unusual ironstone little stoneware wall pocket. It's not signed. It does have some condition issues. It does have some paint loss. There's a very tight hairline, but it is still quite usable. And it's very unique in that it's kind of like a corner. You got it, Christina. It's like a corner hanging thing, but it can also sit. You don't have to hang it. But I just thought this was just so pretty as a wall pocket, as a utensil holder. And that's just $16 from the Nanny Goat. And like I said, just keep in mind, you know, it's not flawless here. It does have some, like this line out here, it does not go through the inside. No, this one doesn't either. Like the cracks that are there, they don't go through to the other side. I just thought this was a really neat piece. Nice little primitive piece for just $16 on that. Let me just pop Christina's name on this so I don't forget who got what. I expect some baking was going on with these, Miss Lloyd, and bring me some samples. All right. Oh, I grabbed a piece of Wedgwood. Belmont Farmhouse has brought in some more nice pieces of Wedgwood. This is the Jasperware, they call this, and this is sage green maybe, if they have a particular color green for this. There are different colors of Wedgwood. I'm going to take the lid off so I don't break that. I want to see the stamp on the bottom. Okay, so this is Wedgwood England, and that's how that helps you date your Wedgwood. Is also by the England stamp on it. This is immaculate, this piece. So this is the green with the lid, and check out the unusual shape on this. And this piece is, she's a 30% vendor, so this beautiful piece of Wedgwood is just $14, and that just came in today. So, and I also grabbed from Pickin' Wildflowers a Hamilton postal scale, 6 inches tall, for $16. This sucker is super clean. So that works like that, and a lot of people get these just for display purposes. I have a couple of egg scales. Not that I use them, I just love how they look. So this one, I know people collect scales. This is a great little scale for somebody who has a lot of larger scales. You can always sneak in a tiny little scale, and this is quite shippable. This is just $16. It has 3rd class airmail, 1st class, and ounces on it. Yes, it is. And there's a piece missing here. There is a slight flaw there. So, and that's just $16 from Pickin' Wildflowers. I forgot to bring my bottle of water. I have a couple of things from The Looking Glass. She just recently marked this down. She's still 30% off for February. So February price on this is $7.70. It goes back up to $8.80 in March. I have to think which month was next. It's a cute little fan-shaped, tiny little, it's smaller, but it's that beautiful vintage green. And it's a fan-shaped. And it's a vase, but I mean, if you can find another one, or even just by itself, if you push some books up with it and put something in there and give it some weight, it would make a really cute little bookend as well. And that guy this month is just $7.70, and that's from our Looking Glass. I also grabbed another beautiful planter from her. We've been selling a lot of planters. We've been selling them all year because a lot of people do the cutters and they replant them. And I have a couple people that come in and they actually are doing the plants and selling them that way, and they're doing pretty well with them from my understanding. Now this planter is glazed inside and out, makes it easy to maintain and clean. She says it's vintage hull. I'm not seeing the signature, but I'm sure it is because a lot of times they did not mark their stuff. Might have had a sticker on it at one point and it fell off. I do this, hear that nice sound, that nice, you can hear it. It's got like a sonorous sound to it. I know there's no cracks in it. If this had cracks, it would be a very dull thud when I did the fingernail test to it. This month it is just $14. It's mauve and it goes into this beautiful green. It's detailed. It's super clean. I mean, it's a gorgeous little planter. 14, and then it goes back to 16 next month. Just beautiful. And you don't have to use it as a planter. This would be great little cachet in your kitchen if you want to put other little things in it, your sponges and stuff. Just really nice piece for just $14 right now. I did grab from our vendor, Burning Sensation Antiques. They had a few of these. This one does not have the paper around it, but it's still in pretty good new old stock condition. You can see it's not been used. This is a Lufkin red end extension ruler. It has the brass, and I don't know how large it is, but you can see that. And this is just $8. And people like to take these and they'll do different shapes with them. They'll make the stars and stuff out of them. I guess if you get a lot of them, you could probably do some kind of letters and start spelling things with them. But this is the brass and the wood, and that's just $8. And I know some people just collect them to put them in things like this really cool piece of pottery right here. I also grabbed this little guy. He's just $4.80. This is they've got him taped in there, but I'm going to imagine, I would think, that he is the salt shaker. Nope, he's not. He's just a little, he doesn't have any holes in his head or anything, but he just sits in there. He's just a cute little ceramic, holds the place while you're cooking your egg. 2-piece for just $4.80. Great little Easter decoration. Leave them out all year. That's very cute for just $4.80 from our Burning Sensation Antiques. I also went cute with this little guy. This is just a tiny little trivet, and you can see it's in the iron shape for the sad iron. That's just $4.80 for the tiny little decorative trivet, and that's also from Burning Sensation. And again, if you see anything in the background, let me know. I'm going to be bringing that pillow up. I don't know if you can see that. This is from our Belmont farmhouse. This is Imperial glass. It's amber. It's cut. It's beautiful. Pedestal candy dish. And that is, what happened to my calculator? There it is. It got buried. She's 30% off in Belmont farmhouse. So that'll make this $11.20. And this piece is, and super easy to ship. This is about 5.75 inches tall, and our diameter is not quite 5.5 inches. You can see how pretty that is, all one piece. That pretty glass on there, and that is in the glass. That's not flash, and that's by Imperial Glass. From Betty's Treasures, I grabbed, looks like we're going to run a little late. I grabbed more than I thought I did. These little guys, now, they made a whole series in these. These are newer ones. These are not... Okay, so this is... She's got these as Van Tellington Hugging Bunnies. Chips on ears for $8. There's some small chips, but I'm not seeing their marks, and they're super clean on the bottom. I'm not sure how old these two are, because Van Tellington would mark... They would have their mark across the base here, and the... sought after, the highest sought after on the Vintelligent Huggers. They're called huggers because they sit like that. They hug each other. See how cute that is? They nestle into each other. And those are just $8. A couple little chips on the ears. The most sought after Vintelligent is the Sailor and the Mermaid. So you have the little Sailor and Mermaid doing their little huggy, thingy here. But this pair is just $8. Years ago, these things were going crazy price no matter what they were. But I do believe the Sailor and the Mermaid are still quite sought after. I grabbed this unusual box from Jazzy Junk. It looks like books. It's clear glass jar book. The top has leaves on it. And you can see the side, volume 1, volume 2. And now here's volume 2, and here's volume 1 is the lid. It does have some weight to it. That is a nice piece of glass right there for just $6.40 for the Lesco glass box. Also from Betty's Treasures. You got it, Miss Kerner. Oops, what did I do? No, don't do that. Oh, goodness. Now what am I doing? Oh, well, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I used to collect the Vintelligent Huggers a while ago. Usually half the things people learn because I research them because they're my collection. And you guys are always teaching me. I have here from, let me see, Deborah Kerner on that. We have Lennox from Miss Betty's Treasures, who's still in Florida. She'll be back in May. This is the, it's not marked anything. It's just marked Lennox. So I don't know if this is the USA or the China made. Their faces are matte. But I thought for $9.60, it's a very nice little, it's a nice little cake topper. So for $9.60, and it's light enough depending on what kind of wedding cake you're having, because that was the thing. I remember when Don and I, with our wedding cake, we ended up, we bought this thing. We still have it. It is this huge trellis little arboretum thing that weighed a lot. And we had little, what did we have in there, honey? Cherished teddies? I forget. But yeah, our cake topper weighed quite a bit. And I gotta tell you, that one year we broke out that anniversary cake on our 1 year anniversary. It was the grossest thing I've ever had. It was cardboard. It was just bleh. The cake itself, when it was fresh, was delicious, outstanding. We loved it, but yeah, I don't recommend, you just do a little, don't save a big piece of your wedding cake. Just save a little bit so you don't feel obligated to finish that whole thing. I love this. This is from our vendor, Belmont Farmhouse, $17.50. It is a yellow and black handled enamelware pitcher. It's a nice size. I don't know if I'd use them though. I'm always a little, yes it was. I'm always a little hesitant on recommending using enamelware, especially when I can see some of the paint loss. For a vase though, can you imagine this with some fresh white daisies in it, a couple brown-eyed Susans? How beautiful that would look in the center of a table in the summertime. So that's just $17.50 for the enamelware pitcher. I also grabbed, because you need somewhere to put all these great little collectibles that you have from Nanny Goat, I grabbed this chippy green shelf that is $24. And it does have like the layered paint on it. You can see, you know, it's got that really great vintage paint on it there. Which when we were selling and doing paint, I would not have approved of that kind of finish, but it does give it that nice vintage feel. Like just whatever paint was laying around, you throw it on. It is 18 3/4 wide. Oh, you got it, Christina. All right. Well, you can see the size of it. It's a nice one. Let me get that on there. I'm running a little over late tonight, which I'm sure you're fine with. If you're just joining us, just see how easy it is to buy stuff. We are in Andover, New Jersey. You can pick up things at our shop right here, Wednesday through Sunday. We do ship the smaller items as well. So I thought you might like this shop, and I thought that was a good price for it. That's why I grabbed that. I always try to find things that I think might capture your interest or a good deal. So I also grabbed, I think this is empty, yeah? This is just an empty, unusual color. $8.40 from the Belmont Farmhouse. Johnson's Travel Kit, Pocket First Aid Outfit. It is empty, but I just thought the color was so unusual. And that's $8.40. I know we have a lot of people that collect tins. And I just thought the condition on this was fantastic too. It has like barely any paint loss on it. So that's just $8.40 for the Johnson's Travel Kit. Now, I actually had those items on this really little cute chippy stool that just came in. $17.50, orange and white stool, as is wobbly. So this is a nice little display piece. It's got several years of vintage paint on it. It has some kind of paper on it that was, maybe they upholstered it. It's got all those little staples on it. It's got some love, but it's got a great finish on it. A lot of times these stools I would use for displays, and I wasn't selling them and everybody wanted them. And it does have a crack through it, but that is, as Don says, a great plant display holder. And the height is 17.5 inches tall. And what happens a lot of times with our stools like this, with all this great paint on it, they get sold to other dealers in towns a little further away because they're able to flip these still for a good amount of money. Does it have a design? It has a leaf on it. Where did I put that? Here it is. It has grape leaves. I don't know if you can see that. So it has the grape leaves and the little grape vines on it. So that is the design. And then on the spine, it just has volume 1 and volume 2. I also grabbed, I have nothing else over here right now. I also grabbed, because I thought this was a great deal. And Easter coming, just $10. It's a brand new pillow. When I say brand new, it still has the Sheffield Home tag on it. It's like 12 by 12 or a little bit bigger than that. Super fluffy pillow. It's not just the case. I know a lot of times I've seen shops where they're selling just the case for $10 and $20, and you still have to go out and get your own fluff. This sucker's got the fluff, and it's just $10. And it does have the zipper, so you can clean it, remove it. It's an actual full pillow in there. It's not just fluff. It's a nice pillow in there. So for $10, you get this, and over the course of time, if you have other little pillow cases for it, it'll work. Trying to see if there's anything else. Content, feathers. Okay, so this is a feather pillow for just $10, folks. And it's got like this gold fabric on it. So anybody wants that pillow, if you're watching this afterwards, just let me know and say you want the pillow. And that's from Jazzy Junk. So that might end up elsewhere. So like I said, I'm in Dreamables. We visited with a bunch of other vendors. If there's anything you see right now, let me know. Forever holds your peace. We've run over a few minutes. I have a child at home who's calling me, wondering what's for dinner and if he has to make his own dinner, which he's never had to do, you know, so I don't know what that call was. I guess he's getting a little lonely, wants mommy to come home so we can keep watching Cupheads on Netflix. So anybody who has Netflix and has kids, Cupheads, which is interesting because it's very 1930s cartoon style. So it's got like a lot of vintage Mickey Mouse kind of touches to it. So it's okay. It's kind of a crazy show. And it's based on a video game. So I'll show you one more thing. This is from Redeemables. I feel bad because I'm in her booth and I actually grabbed too much stuff from everybody else. I have this nice wood mallet for $16. It's actually very light. She has all the lighting that you see in this booth is for sale. So if you have any questions on those lights, ask me now. You can ask me if you watch this video back. Remember, just direct message me or call us and let us know if you want more information on anything. I'm going to extricate myself from here now and hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us, and good night.